scammer update, allegedly. The other day we posted a video that was based on a video posted by Funko 411.
And the Pop and Duo. And basically, Funko 411 had some very interesting things to say. In case you missed that video, Chris is going to link it in the description below. Chris, do not forget to link it in the description below.
Okay.
We get yelled at all the time.
Okay, Heather.
And I'm having to take up for you.
All right, Heather.
And I'm having to say, listen,
okay, Heather.
Chris isn't just old and like
all
his
right,
memories disintegrating.
Heather.
Anyway, essentially what Funko 411 had found out, there was an eBay seller located in China that was selling these Graily Funko Pops. Shortly after they would sell, Funky Bop, who is a mystery box seller, would have them as top hits in their mystery boxes.
That's a little sketch.
It is a little sketch, and over the last few days, I've been compiling like little bits of information here and there, so that's why you're getting a video days later from us with an update, because it's just been a little bit here and there. Things have gotten sort of weird with this situation.
But before we get into that conversation, we want to tell you about Mischief Toys because we have a brand new figure coming. It's Grassley for Earth Day 2025, and we'll be dropping this figure on April the 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern.
We will have more details to include the LE count, price, and if there will be a pin associated with this figure very, very soon. So make sure you sign up for our emails at mischieftoys.com.
And also, Day of Mischief tickets are still up, and that's our event that will take place right here in Maryland. It's going to be amazing. Highly recommend. Check it out at mischieftoys.com. All right, Heather, let's get to the bottom of this shit. I need to know what's going on.
So on Monday, we actually posted our video talking about this situation, and realistically, we have never bought a mystery box from this person. We were just taking data from Funko 411's video and the Pop and Duo's video to create our own, just to further the reach of this whole situation. At the end of the video, we realized that Funky Bop had actually posted proof. He actually had the shoe boxes in hand for the Fun Days boxes from 2021. In the video from the Pop and Duo and Funko 411, the main pop in question was Freddie Funko as Marty McFly, which came in the 2021 Fun Days shoe boxes. Funky Bop did post photos proving that he had those boxes on his Instagram account, which we actually added in to our video. We talked about them with the pictures on the screen. So this is the post in question. It basically shows like a timestamp with his name on it, all angles of the shoe boxes, sealed boxes, empty boxes. Funko 411 actually did a video yesterday, which Chris is also going to link in the description below. He showed that he actually purchased one of the 2021 boxes, and there was a discrepancy between what Funky Bop had posted and his box that he purchased direct from Funko.
Oh.
So that could mean that these boxes might not be real.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So Tuesday morning at 11:11 a.m., we received a message from Funky Bop. And this is where things are going to get a little bit dramatic and sort of annoying, so I hope you can follow along with me, but I feel like it's important to tell the full story. He said, "Hello, I think it's just one guy. We are reaching out to a YouTube video you posted just recently in regards of the contents of Funko Pops in our mystery boxes. Would love to keep you in the loop to inform you of our own internal investigation in the matter, as well as hand over all information we have. We are giving our resource a week or so to hand over any receipts/documentations that support that they are authentic Funko Pops. They've already provided us not only the sealed Fun Days boxes, but provided us sealed shipping cartons from Funko. We'll keep you in the loop. I'll spam info here and we uncover things. Thank you." So I think he meant as we uncover things. So here's the actual messages from Funky Bop. There's a picture of the boxes on top of a master case. There's a picture of the boxes that he had posted on his Instagram, a bunch of pictures that he posted on his Instagram. Also, the Pop and Duo, who posted the YouTube video, reached out to us on the 10th and we responded only for them to not respond and post the video anyways. Take that with a grain of salt. So this image is actually of the Pop and Duo reaching out via a Shopify form to Funky Bop's website. Vince from Pop and Duo says, "Hello, I'm reaching out regarding our recent mystery box purchase, order number 7714, which included 2 Funko Pops that appear to be fake. Freddy Funko is Marty McFly and Freddy Funko is Teen Wolf. I own the original versions of both figures and the differences are immediately noticeable. Additionally, I've seen multiple reports from other collectors who receive the same figures in their boxes and also believe them to be counterfeit. After reviewing the top hits featured on your site over the past year, I've noticed that several of them are frequently fake pops, which has raised further concerns for me about the authenticity of some of the items promoted."
Absolutely. If you keep seeing the same Funko Pops, there's a problem. Like, there has to be something going on.
So I actually have more information on that, but I'll get into that in a moment. So this is Funky Bop replying to the Pop and Duo. He says, "Hello, thank you for your email. I appreciate you asking rather than throwing out allegations. My name is Eric and I've owned/operated Funky Bops LLC." Okay, this is weird because it's Funky Bop. Remember, you kept calling him Funky Bops and I kept correcting you?
Oh my God!
So is he messing up his own name, or like is his Instagram and website not accurate?
I have no idea, but I like Funky Bops a lot better.
Yeah, it's funkybop.com.
It reminds me of like what you would call a twerk if you didn't know that it was called a twerk. Like you would call them Funky Bops.
We are and have been a reputable provider of Funko Pops for over 5 years. I'll be more than happy to share any info on the Wolf and Marty Freddy. My sealed shoe boxes I've received and held onto in storage are pictured below. This is some of our current stock that is on hand at the shop as we speak, but have more off-site. We purchase all our Funko Pops by bulk by authorized distribution partners, collectors, and Funko exclusive wholesale agents, which we signed a NDA for. At one point, we carried over 50 sealed boxes from 2020 Fun Days and carried many of the different variants. I think he means 2021 because 2020 didn't have a Fun Days. My associate took these pictures, and as you can see, all of these boxes are sealed with respective license code on the boxes that mirror the leaked distribution documents during that year. So this is one of the images that he posted. We've already showed it here. Here's the bottom of the sealed box and the rest of the email. So it says, "If I come across any purchase orders and with authorization from my supplier, I can share those with you as well to further your peace of mind. Hope this helps. Thank you again for messaging us with your concern." We mentioned in our previous video, because Vince from Pop and Duo had actually recited that email in his video. I find that very defensive. The fact that he mentions that his associate took it seems almost like he's really over explaining, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's also weird that he mentions he signed an NDA. Who cares?
Yeah, where does that come from?
Like, what is the NDA for?
Maybe
I don't
that's
get
just
it.
being used as like the over
This is
explanation.
legitimate.
It sounds legitimate. It's strong wordage.
We actually discussed NDAs in our last video, so I sort of messed that up a bit, I think. Funko themselves actually has you sign an NDA, apparently, if you become a wholesaler with them.
Right, and so hold on real quick, just what NDAs are. It's a non-disclosure agreement. So basically it's agreement between you and, say, Funko, and whatever they're telling you, you're not to disclose to the public.
IP, intellectual property.
Yeah.
Essentially, Funko has an agreement with whoever owns the license that says, hey, there could be a spoiler in this. Please do not put this on shelves.
Happens all the time.
We
see leaks happen all the time,
yeah.
and Funko goes after those people. So the fact that they're mentioning the NDA part of it, I don't understand even where that fits in the equation. I mean, it makes no sense to even say it, but I think it's just strong language. Make people believe that you're very serious.
In this particular instance, I don't think that an NDA has anything to do with anything, because I don't think Funko sold anyone sealed boxes.
Point is, there's really no reason to even bring it up. It could have literally been 2 paragraphs. One, hey, thank you for reaching out. We really appreciate, your business, blah, blah, blah. And then follow that with, we're going to investigate this. We'll get back to you shortly.
So the next part of this saga, he actually posted a screenshot of our thumbnail, well, actually of our Instagram post with our thumbnail for the video we posted about him. But he didn't post anything about Funko 411 or the Pop and Duo, which was very strange because we're literally telling their stories in our video. There's no reason for him show us and not the two, I call them like the two main sources of this.
Yeah.
Because Funko 411 was the one that did research on the eBay seller, and then Pop and Duo is the one that sort of followed up comparing like the real pops and everything and talking about the Marty McFly they got in the mystery box.
Well, maybe they've seen our videos before and they know how like deep we get into some of this stuff.
Maybe.
Like you have gone real deep on like investigating stuff before.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like a little internet sleuth.
Oh, don't even talk about that right now, because I'm about to show you how deep I got.
Oh, I love when you get deep, Heather.
What? In the post and also in the caption, he says, "We have reached out to Gastlecast, and throughout the next week, we will be providing them information from our internal investigation. We will be doing our due process like others should too. Since no one has reached out to us, we have reached out to them." First of all, that's a lie. The Pop and Duo actually reached out to him, and he sent that in the messages to us.
Right, yeah.
He actually did DM the Funko 411, and he threatened legal action.
We had to reach out to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, they're not reaching out to me to get the information.
There's no reason for
we had to
me
reach out to them to explain it to them.
There's no reason for me to.
Well, but that's their way of trying to call us out and talk shit. That's what this is.
When he, like, threatened legal action against Funko 411, any legal counsel would say, do not reply. If he's gonna, like, do anything legally, his lawyer can send him a letter. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You're gonna,
right.
Yeah, sure, go ahead and sue me or whatever. He basically said, I'll reach out to my lawyer if you don't pull your video down.
One thing I am super confident in is that Funko 411 and the Pop and Duo made really great videos.
They did.
They did not accuse Funky Bops of being a scammer. They were just saying that all signs point to being a scammer.
Yes.
And I feel like they were pretty clear in that, and I feel like they were incredibly fair.
I was yelling at my phone and saying, you guys are being too fair about this, but I understand why they were. I get it, because this is somebody's business.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants to sink a business based off of allegations. You want to make sure that you know that they really did do something wrong. And I feel like you may have found a little something.
I found a lot. So after I saw this, I was sort of scrolling through the comments, and I found this comment from T. McCartney 13. So he says, going through Gastlecast instead of TPD or 411 is funny AF, to be honest. I read this as we weren't even the ones to post the first videos. Like, we were just literally saying the information from 411 and Pop and Duo's videos.
Right.
I don't know if there's any shade there, but I replied to it. So I said, he's not going through us. We honestly have no idea why he made a post using our name. Because at this point, he had sent us those photos, which we had already seen. We posted them in our fucking video.
Right.
We hadn't replied. He's posting this about us. Snazoo Collect said, wait, so did they not reach out? I said, they reached out to us, but we haven't replied, nor are we working with him on anything. Snazoo says, okay, I thought they made the post, but still didn't message. Haha, yeah, I was confused when your name showed up in the post. I said, we're confused also. Funky Bop said, did you get our messages? Obviously, because it was marked as seen, I opened them. We sent messages to the other YouTubers too without a response. Why is Funko 411 going to reply to a legal threat? There is no reason for him to reply. And then Jacob says, I mean, you sent them the same pictures you posted.
Exactly, right. There was like nothing new, and there was nothing that said that it didn't happen or that he's not in the wrong.
Yeah.
So there was no proof in that. It was just, I'm going to do my homework and figure this whole thing out. But as a mystery box seller, why does this person not know where their Funko Pops are coming from? So Pop King Paul, an avid mystery box seller, reached out to you, and he knows exactly where all his stuff comes from. He also makes very well sure that it's real stuff.
Yeah, so
he does his due diligence.
Yeah, so what he does is he messages people up front, and he's like, this is going to take some time. I cannot guarantee you that it's going to be super quick because it's literally just me doing this, but he looks through every single pop to ensure that it's real. He is very well versed. He's been doing this forever. Pop King Paul has one of the most reputable names in mystery box selling. He definitely does his due diligence. Like, we've talked to him many, many times, and so we sort of know his process. Even if we didn't have Mischief Toys or whatever, a lot of YouTubers turn to doing mystery boxes.
Yes.
I would never feel comfortable doing that because I cannot tell the difference between real and fake unless it's sitting right in front of my face.
I'm in total agreement with you. I would not be able to do it. YouTubers who actually sell these mystery boxes and go through all this, I applaud them because that is a lot of work. There is no way in hell that I would do that because it just takes too much investigating on these Funko Pops.
As we've seen with the Marty McFly Pop, it is a very good possible fake. Likely fake.
Allegedly fake.
Allegedly. Another thing that I found interesting was he addressed the shoebox pops from Fun Days, but he never really addressed the other pops. So one that came into question in Funko 411's video was like a Red Eye Superman.
Okay.
And another super top hit, which was one that I actually did some personal investigating on, the 1,000 piece glow Jolly Roger Funko Pop from SDCC 2017.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
One interesting thing about that one is that I actually reached out to somebody who has a 100%, no doubt about it, real one. This photo came from someone who pulled the 1,000 piece glow-in-the-dark Jolly Roger from San Diego Comic-Con 2017. If you look at the eye, it's a bit darker here, but then all around it is pretty much the same color. There's no real difference in color. But this picture actually came from a personal friend of ours who has a real one in their possession. And as you can see here, it's almost like it's not quite
as light as the top.
Yeah, as light as the top. There's a bit of different colors in here. This is a bit lighter, this is medium, this is dark. Additionally, if you look here at the Funko crown, it is attached to the O, where on the one that came from a Funky Bop mystery box, it is not attached to the O.
Interesting.
Yes, and I unfortunately do not have a full picture of the glow-in-the-dark sticker, but you can see it right here. What colors are in this sticker, Chris?
Black and yellow.
What colors are in this sticker?
Black, yellow, and white.
So what does that tell you?
That the sticker is most likely fake, or they had two different stickers and we're just not aware.
Yeah, so if you look at any glow-in-the-dark pop that you have, it should have the white underneath of the black. Whether it's this one or a pop from 2020 or a pop from 2024, if it has a glow-in-the-dark sticker, it should have white underneath of the letters. Something that we have learned from Pop King Paul is a lot of fake stickers do not have that white. So this is a sticker on the bottom of the box from the one that came from the Jolly Roger that came from the Funky Bops mystery box. You can see that the little dashes are pretty bold, and take a look at the font.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's completely different.
The font appears to be a bit more bold. The 0 is oval shaped, where this is a bit, it's sort of pointy on the top and the bottom. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
This was actually sent to us by Star Pop Collector. This was a story that Funky Bop posted. So all he posted was Gastlecast basically not replying to his messages with cricket emojis. Then here's the Pop and Duo with no reply. And then here is Funko 411 with no reply. He said, when supporting evidence is provided, crickets. This to me is not evidence.
Because that could be fake.
Yeah, and as Funko 411 pointed out in his video, he actually had his shoebox that he got directly from Funko that year, and there was a discrepancy in those boxes. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to check that out, Chris is linking that in the description below. He then comes back after he sent us the images of the shoeboxes, and he says, we message you first because status quo of your videos on scammers, you like to hear from the other party. Now, since 411 and Pop and Duo don't want to respond to me either, you made a video about my business that's affecting my sales, so here I am in an attempt to prove myself to the public. Since you published the video, I have every right to ask you to tell my side of the story. That's cool and all, but talk to us about it. Don't go on your page and say the Gastlecast is telling my side.
And frankly, we don't have to tell your side of the story.
No, we
really don't have to. Our video is speculation. It's speculation and it's alleged. This is all allegedly happening. And we're watching this through other content. We're just talking about what we're seeing in other content here.
Yes. So not only that, so the screenshot that he posted was basically what I read you before. It was just the comments on his own post. And then he said, is that fair or not? So I finally replied. This was Wednesday morning. I said, you made a post acting as if you are working with us when we never agreed to anything, and it's weird and frankly pretty frustrating. If you can get us information that's more than photos of Fun Day boxes, fine. If you can tell us where those Fun Days boxes came from, acceptable. If you can explain how you have top hits of glow-in-the-dark Jolly Roger LE 1000, Metallic Toucan Sam, Superman, and others in multiple boxes over a short span of time, have at it. Now that's what I was most concerned about, because I spoke to a very, very, very reputable business in mystery boxes and just selling in general, and they said that at their peak of purchasing collections, they would see the Jolly Roger LE 1000 come through 1 to 2 times per year. This guy had a top hit over many boxes in a 6-month span of time. So tell me how that's possible. If I have never heard of Funky Bop, but a lot of people have heard of the other business I'm talking about that has received 1 to 2 per year.
Yeah, and they're a large mystery box business. I mean, they're doing lots and lots and lots of business.
But if all you're going to do is message us showing the same photos we put in our video, there's nothing more for us to say. We have already said and shown everything you sent us in our video, and we don't appreciate being pulled into your space as if we are working for you. But we aren't waiting a week or two. You seemed pretty prepared when you sent Pop and Duo your statement, as well as the photos. I'm referring to the email.
Okay.
How come you aren't prepared now? We have receipts from purchases from our business transactions from 5 and 6 years ago that I could pull within a day. What are you waiting for if it's about to get good? Now, in a comment under one of his posts, he said, just wait, it's about to get good.
Was there a response?
No response. He hasn't even read it. He posted on his story that he reached out to the 3 YouTubers and there were crickets and nobody's replied. But I reply Wednesday morning, and it's currently Friday evening and he has not said a word. So earlier today, he posts this. Apparently this is receipts. It's not close enough for you to see anything aside from like these numbers that he's written right here. He's taken off names and stuff. I don't even know like what this is. I guess this is PayPal transactions. So in his write-up, he says, while this doesn't provide indisputable proof regarding the Funko Pops, it demonstrates that we paid 50% or more of PPG value for the items in question. We strongly believe that we acquired these from a trusted and reliable source who is cooperating with us to provide proof and a paper trail detailing their origin. We will share further updates as our investigation progresses. Regardless of what the future holds for Funky Bop, we are committed to doing what is right. If our sources cannot provide indisputable proof of the lineage of these Funko Pops, we will issue full refunds to everyone affected. We ask for your understanding as we conduct our due diligence and extend the benefit of the doubt to others involved. While pursuing the most obvious explanations isn't the immediate focus of this investigation, we must consider the worst-case scenario that we too might be victims.
Oh boy.
We possess purchase invoices from our resource through PayPal Goods and Services. We are currently withholding the identity of our supplier until our investigation is complete and will only disclose their information if counterfeiting is confirmed. We kindly request patience from the community. We are actively responding to emails and are not avoiding the issue. If you are not avoiding the issue, why are you avoiding our DMs, Funky Bop? Why are you avoiding the question about the Jolly Roger 1000 piece, or the Metallic Toucan Sam, or the Red Eye Superman that appeared in multiple boxes? And not only that, but I don't have full proof of this. Someone said that 2 friends purchased from the same mystery box run from Funky Bop and said that they each received a Jolly Roger 1000 piece.
Wow.
Now again, that is not something I can prove at this point in time. If we get proof of that, I will absolutely put it here. I personally was not reached out to about this. That is huge. So Funko 411 actually received these from someone who got these in a mystery box from Funky Bop. And this is from Swayu. Now, I know that there are different opinions on Swayu, and this is literally just their photo verification. These photos came back as not likely authentic. So here's a Freddy Funko as C-3PO. And here is the Jolly Roger 1000 piece. On Swayu's site, it says, keep in mind this is an opinion based on a scan of the item. A full in-person examination is required to make a definitive determination of authenticity. So you can take that with a grain of salt. However, this is just another thing to add onto this tremendous pile of shit. So a mystery box seller is claiming that he cannot tell the difference and is actively admitting to receiving these items and not realizing they're fake. Now, if you are a mystery box seller, you should absolutely do your research about what is real and what is fake. If you are receiving multiples of a Funko Pop that has only 1,000 pieces ever produced, you should absolutely question that. And you should absolutely ensure that you have a real one. Compare pictures on the internet. There is no excuse for this to have happened many, many times. You should know.
This is all allegedly. We have no idea what is real or what is fake. We are just pointing out the obvious. We're pointing out things that have been sent to us and also pointing out things that are coming from other videos where people have been affected. And if it's true that these Funko Pops are fake, there are most likely a ton of people who are affected by this. And that becomes an even bigger issue, because if Funky Bops is going to have to refund their money, that is going to be insanity.
This could happen to a reputable seller once, maybe twice in multiple years. But I feel like every instance of this happening would make you ultra vigilant and make you look at these things with a magnifying glass. But it is not good for the Funko community at all.
Well, that was a lot of information that we just hit you with, and we want to know what you think about all of this and more in the comment section down below. And have you purchased a mystery box from Funky Bop before, and do you believe that your Funko Pops may be fake? We would love to know all that and more in the comment section down below.
In every video, we like to shout out to our incredible patrons because we are so appreciative of you. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Casey Hewlett, JR Garcia, Steven Sklansky, George Blanchard, Sam Studley, Kevin LaFranc, Carlos Q, Garrett, aka Fast Mode 24, and Queen of the Spuds. Thank you all so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons so much more than we can even put into words. And if you haven't already, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast, where you can support this channel and also get some perks in return. Every single month we do a video call with our patrons, and our next one is actually coming up tomorrow, Saturday, April the 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern, but at 8 p.m. we will put the meeting live so all of the patrons can hang out and chat amongst each other before me and Chris go live with them. And it is always so much fun. We show some upcoming Mischief Toys things, as well as talk about Gastlecast and all things in between. Patreon.com/Gastlecast. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and that little bell. That way you know anytime we go live or post brand new content. We post new content nearly every single day. We go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern, and we have so much fun there. Come back and hang with us.
All right, that's all we got for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.